It says you're live. Check out the pumpkin. Evening, everybody. Welcome to COLS Place. Dig the outfit. First one in, as usual, if you can do me a sound and light check. Sorry, sound and picture check. Good evening. Welcome to COLS Place. My name's Colin. Happy Halloween. Flanked by the two cows. Flanked by the pumpkin. Hope we're all well. It is Tuesday, 31st of October. Let me get some light. Let me throw some light on the subject. Hope everybody's well. Whoever's first in, if you can give me a sound and picture check. Sketchy signal tonight. It is absolutely tippling it down here in Bournemouth. I'll just put some proper light on. There we go. I can see you now. Right, I'm just going to log on. Bear with everybody. Oh dear. Hope everyone's well. There we go. Right, evening. Thank you, Martin. Martin Vass. Evening, COLS Sound and Pit. Good, great. Thank you so much. Evening, Lynn. Happy Halloween. Sounds good. Just about see me. I've put the light up now. Hope you can see me better. Evening, Anne. Happy Halloween, Anne. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Hi, Colin. Sound good, and your ribs are showing. Like it, eh? I thought I'd make a change from the old flowers tonight and give you some ribs instead. Dem bones, dem bones. Evening, Vinny. Great Halloween, massive thanks, mate. Yeah, I thought I'd make a bit of effort for you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hang on, I'm just going to straighten myself up, everybody, because you know I'm like a bit OCD. How are we all? Let me know what the weather's doing where you are. Hang on, I'm just going to move the table back because it's going to knock the camera as well. See how prepared I'm not tonight. What is the weather like where you lot are? I was going to go out tonight. Saf was going to go out doing bits and bobs, but she's in the bedroom. I was going to go out for a walk down into town and do a live. However, it is like 1 minute it is like sheet rain and wind out there. Next minute it's nice and calm. And you guarantee the minute I walk out the door with a gimbal in my hand, the rain's going to come down. So I thought, you know what, I'm not even going to risk it. And I don't like getting drenched. And it's not very warm either. It's about temperature, according to Thing on the phone, it's about 10 degrees, 10 degrees. Anyway. Let's see on. Yeah, Damien, ribs are showing. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. 17 in. Nice to have people in. David Butler, evening. Excuse me while I have a cough up. I've got a drink ready. I'm going to have a drink in a minute. Love the costume. Thank you, Lynn. Weather's horrible. How was your holiday, Lynn? I saw a couple of your messages. Hope you had a good time. All things Tenerife, evening, Keith. Hi, all. What? I'm presuming that's in Gaelic, is it, Keith? Excuse my ignorance. If you can type that out phonetically, and I'll try and pronounce it. David Butler, dry and 11 in Dublin, the calm before the storm. Well, weird thing was, all day today here in Bournemouth, it has been absolutely glorious. I was out and about doing bits today. I made a little bit of a vlog today, which you'll see in a... I don't know when you'll see this one because I might hold it back, but I was doing a vlog today, a bit of a special vlog, okay? I was carrying out a promise that I made. There's a clue for you. And I made a couple of people... Remember my vlog, Little Things Make People Very Happy? Today was one of those instances. And yeah, anyway, more about that in a bit. So I was doing a vlog today. Sunshine was beautiful. I went to pick Saf up from school round about, I think it was 2:30, 3 o'clock. And then, since then, it has been rain, stops for 5 or 10 minutes, rain. Absolutely awful here. Who we got? I'll catch up, Damien. I don't need to go to Disney, Cole. Thanks for the vids, great vlog. There's more to come, Damien. I am well behind on my vlogs. I can tell you now, I've got a massive Disney one that's nearly edited with all the rides and some GoPro footage. I've got... like a hotel-y type review of Disney where we stayed and the little area that we stayed in. I've got one of London last weekend. I'll tell you more about London in a bit. Had a great day in London. And then I've got the one I've done today, which I'm probably going to hold back for a while. So I've got about 4 or 5 vlogs to edit and get up. And this week has just flown, this past weekend. Friday night working, Saturday out in London all day. Literally drove back from London Saturday night. The boxing was on, Tyson Fury. And then straight after that, I was into DJing. And then Sunday, spent time with Saf, getting her ready for school and stuff. And then that, you know, sort of, before you know, it's Tuesday. Kevin Stamps, evening Kevin, I think you need to eat more. It's actually, it's meant to be glow in the dark, this. Look, it's got the heart. I'll do you a close up, look. It's got the heart. Them bones. David Butler, something else in Gaelic. Lynn Rollins, it was very good and very hot, very good, very nice. Glad you had a nice time, Lynn. Hope Tenerife looked after you, I'm sure it did. Bruno in Collad, chilling on the rosé. Nice one, Bruno. Sounds like a great idea. What's it like in Liverpool, Bruno? Hammering it, or is it all right? What diet am I on? Looking slim. I was going to wear this, funny enough, I was going to wear this skeleton thing on Saturday night when I was DJing, right? But I got back from London a bit late and I literally just stuck a shirt on and Saf did something. I don't know if anyone, I did put a quick photo up on the community post on Saturday night, but for some reason YouTube took it off. I don't know why, but I put, it was only me in face paint. It was nothing offensive. I was in face paint wearing a pair of headphones and I don't know if it was like product placement or not. There were some vodka bottles on the back of the bar in the background where I was working. It was a really nice photo, but YouTube took it down. I'll try and post it again. So I did it in the end. I didn't have time to dig this out and put it on, you see. So there we go. Homemade Mum, evening Sam, how you doing? Liking the outfit, thank you very much. Did I like the Liverpool bottle? Yeah, I saw the post, Lynn. Yeah, I did. Cracking bottle. Did they let you keep it? That is the question. What do you think of me pumpkin? It doesn't go off. Plastic. Right then, so first of all, tonight's drink of choice, ladies and gents. It's not a weird drink tonight, it's an old-fashioned one. It's an oldie-worldy one. So I'm guessing you're all over the age of 20, 30. You'll all know what this is, but I bought this because I'd not seen this for years, and I've certainly not drunk it for years. When we were kids, right, here's a point for discussion. Did you have this when you were kids, right? Where I lived in Chester when I was a kid, big housing estate, and I think it was every Saturday afternoon, we'd have a big truck that came round, like literally a big lorry, like if you like a giant milk float, and on the back of the milk float, this is the reason why I bought this bottle, this drink, right? It just took me back. On the back of this is like a big truck, you know, like a rigid truck, sort of truck that, you know, just like a giant milk float, 7.5 ton it must be at least. On the back of this truck, instead of milk crates, there was fizzy drink crates, and the company was called Alpine. Bruno, you're in Liverpool, or Lynn, you might remember, it was Alpine, and they literally had about 4 or 5 blokes hanging off the back of this truck, so there's no health and safety, and they'd sell bottles of pop door to door, bottles of fizzy drinks, and you could get cola. It wasn't brands, it was their own brands, so you couldn't buy a bottle of Coca-Cola, you bought a bottle of Alpine Cola, or Alpine Cherryade, that sort of thing, and then it got took over by bar drinks or Corona or something like that. Yeah, so I was in the shop and I saw this. Check this out. Dandelion and burdock. Can you see that? Now, what on earth is in dandelion and burdock? Dandelion and, I'll read it out, it says, the eccentric botanical blend of wild and unruly dandelions and the purple flowering burdock. Sounds rather daft, but did you know our British ancestors have been making this mysterious combination since the Middle Ages, proving it's totally timeless. Ben Shaw's been making drinks since 1871. There we go. So dandelion and burdock ingredients. Flavourings, it doesn't tell you what the flavourings are, but we'll try it anyway. Dandelion and burdock. Let me know if you've ever had it or if it's the first time you've ever heard of it. Oh, there we go. It's hard to describe. It looks like a cola. So it's like dark brown to black in appearance, a bit like a sort of a fizzy Guinness. And it tastes almost licoricey, but sweeter. It's like a cross between a Coke, a blackcurrant and a licorice. That brings back the memories, that taste. So cheers everybody, whatever you're drinking. Bruno's on the rosé, let me know what you're drinking. Right, your comments. Of course, loads are flying in. Keep them coming. Like the outfit, love the Liverpool. Yeah, Popman, yeah, Popman. We used to have them Pops delivery. American cream. Evening, Vinny, how you doing? American cream soda. Yeah, they had that cream soda. That was like a clear. I'll see if I can find some cream soda and well, what was the other one? Lime. They used to have. I love limeade, fizzy lime. They had lemonade and orangeade and all them. But yeah, definitely. Dandelion and burdock the best, absolutely, Martin. Yeah, beautiful, strong black coffee. So yeah, don't know what's in it, but you know me drinks. Try anything once. Anyway, so what's everyone doing for Halloween? I've not looked. I do apologise if there's anybody else doing a live tonight of it being Halloween and there's crossover. I do apologise. I've literally not even looked. I've come in. I've been out most of the afternoon. I've come in. We had some dinner, tidied around, and I literally just whacked the community post and got straight on. So if I'm stopping, feel free if anyone's already doing a live. I don't mind, you know. But it's Tuesday chat. So there we go. That is lovely. I love that drink. Yeah. Lynn's on the tea. Vinny and Andrew's doing a live on the Wally trolley, is he? Didn't he do that last year? I think he did that last year, or somebody did it last year, didn't they? In fancy dress on that white. Is it the white train that goes round the decky and all that? That'd be fun tonight. It'd be a bit warm, but that'd be fun if they've decorated it. I'll just do a top up. There we go. Beautiful. Cool, it's going down well. Wonder what it's like with a Bacardi in it. On screen, guys, I don't know. I know Tim's having this issue, right? Just a word on the screen. Basically, for those of you who've never done a live on YouTube or never seen a live, what actually happens, what I can see on the screen, I've got my phone pointing at me that I'm looking into the camera at, and then what happens on a live, usually for about 3 or 4 seconds, your comments pop up on the screen in little white letters, okay? So I've got my phone in landscape, I'll show you, got the phone like that, and then down the bottom here, your comments will pop up, usually about 3 or 4 seconds after you write them, and I can normally read them out. However, I know it's happening to Tim, but what is happening is, it looks like the comments are popping up 2 at a time, and they're like overlapping. So if I was just looking at the screen I'm looking at now to read your comments, like I think Tim's had this problem, I wouldn't be able to read your comments because it's like you've got 2 sets of comments, one on top of the other. So to read your comments, guys, I'm gonna have to wait until they appear on there. So if I'm late reading them out or I miss a couple, I do apologise. It must be a YouTube glitch because I know Tim was having this issue and I saw somebody else doing a live. I can't think who it was now. Can't think who it was. It wasn't a Tenerife person. It was somebody else who I watch outside of like Tenerife YouTube, and they were doing a live the other night, and I think it was Sunday night. Was it Sunday or was it last night? Anyway, somebody else was doing a live, and they were having the same problem. So it must be a YouTube thing. So I am reading your comments off this phone tonight. So if you keep my head down, or I miss a couple of you, it's because of that. Everyone says to Vinny. 17 in it, the thumbs up. Ann Elton, not a fan of Halloween. Andrew's doing a live, but switched over to you. Oh, it's very kind, you know. Very kind, yeah. I was going to say it's probably warmer, but I keep forgetting he's in Tenerife, so it's probably warmer on his Wally train, isn't it? Martin West, got Andrew on TV, myself on iPad. That's fair enough, Martin. Nice one. Hope Andrew's having a good live. Hope he's having fun. Probably is. All Things Keith, I've heard of it but never tried it. When we're in Tenerife, Keith, I'll bring a bottle over for you, mate. Not a problem. Bruno, do remember them drinks as a kid. Gone on to the Bacardi now. Get on it, Bruno. Nice one. Vinny, Tim and Andrew have had the same issue. There we go. Yeah, it's a YouTube problem. Andrew and Tim both have the same issue with comments. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do. Oh no, it won't work. I was going to say I'll try and take a photo of it with this phone to show you, but I'm sure you know what I'm on about. If you can imagine, so on the screen here, if that's what I'm looking at now, your comments pop up there at the bottom. And they stay on the screen for about 4 to 5 seconds and then they just vanish. So I have to be quick and read them out. That's why on lives, you miss the comments sometimes if you're not quick enough or if they're coming in very quick. But what's happening is it looks like 2 comments are coming up at the same time and they're overlapping. So you simply can't read them. Yeah, so it's easier for me to wait for them to come on here and then read them, but that might be a delay. I switched to. Am I nicking people off Andrew's live? If I go over there, he'll run me over in one of the cars. Vinny, Lynn don't like Halloween. Mad, isn't it? Some people just don't like Halloween. You know, it's one of them things. You either do or you don't. I think it's become more of a, like everything else, become more of a commercialised thing now, isn't it? When we were kids, we'd like stick a bin bag over our tops and go out trick-or-treating around your neighbours' houses and get some sweets or a couple of quid. But these days, every single shop sells Halloween stuff, don't they? And people decorate their houses and gardens and all sorts. But yeah, I suppose it's fun if you enjoy it. Not quite my bag, because I don't like going out in the cold and wet. But yeah, some people enjoy it. I'll be honest with you, on Saturday night when I was DJing Saturday night, the pub I was in Friday didn't do anything Halloween at all. It was just like a normal Friday night. It was busy anyway. But the pub on Saturday night, I wish I took a picture now. It's a big old bar. They decorated the whole bar in like spiders' webs and, you know, like Christmas decorations, but only Halloween themes. There was about 8 or 9 staff on, more than that probably, and they were all dressed up. I was dressed up. The music main theme was Halloween type music, and most of the customers were in Halloween fancy dress as well. And it wasn't an official party. It was just like, because it was the closest Saturday, everybody in Bournemouth came out dressed as witches and ghosts and horror film people and what have you. Good fun. Lynn, seeing out of Tim's live. Yeah, is Tim still having a trouble? I might get in touch with YouTube, or I'll see Tim, see if he's had any. Vinny, look at my Facebook page of my pumpkin call. I'd fancy dressing wear. Yeah, I'll have a gander, Vinny. I've not been on Facebook or anything much today. Like I say, I've been out and about. I want to tell you all, right? I want to tell you all what I've been doing today, but I can't because it'll ruin the vlog. But I've done something major today, right? And when you Tenerife people, not so in the comments here, I've probably got some people who in the background or just watch or pop in now and again who aren't Tenerife people, but the majority of you are. When you Tenerife people find out what I've actually done as part of my vlog today, you're going to go nuts. I haven't booked a trip over there or nothing like that. It's just something I've done. Yeah. But all will be revealed. I'm dying to tell you. David Bull, it's fireworks night in Ireland, so the dogs aren't happy. Wow. Isn't it November the 5th over there then? Did you do it on the 31st? That's crazy. I thought it was November the 5th in the whole of UK and Ireland. You just want to get your heads in early over there, don't you? Be honest with you, that's one thing I'm not a big fan of, bonfire night. One, I don't like the noise. When I was a kid, it was great. You know, you go see some fireworks, or we had fireworks in the garden, but these days, even Saf's not into fireworks. I said to her a couple of years back, should we go and see a fireworks display? Because we have a massive one in Bournemouth, just outside the town. So should we go and see it? Because it's only a few quid to get in and that. So should we go and see it? And she goes, nah, I don't want to. She's never been interested, and I'm the same. It's nah. And it smells the whole day, even though we're by the sea. Next day you get up and everywhere stinks. Yeah, dogs aren't happy. It upsets the animals, doesn't it? Lynn, when you get attacked by your next door neighbours, fair play, yeah. And we've had kids calling since 5 p.m, went through 3 large containers of sweets. Oh, you're generous, Anne. Do you know what? I've got sweets here. If some kids knocked here, we've got some sweets. I'd happily do it. However, where I am, the main entrance to the building I live in is down some steps. So even like delivery men walk straight past it. You've got to know where it is. We're down some steps, and then there's another entrance up some steps. So I'd imagine if trick-or-treaters go past, they're going to automatically go up the steps because you can see it and it's lit. Whereas like we're down a little flight of steps, our main door. So even if we get like an Uber Eats delivery or a parcel delivery, they can't always find it, and they ring us up, where are you? So I don't think the trick-or-treaters will find our main entrance. So I'll have to eat the sweets myself. Don't know if I've got a firework throw. Oh God, that's bad, Lynn. Vinny, have you bought a £1 million villa in Los Chris? Yeah, you're joking, aren't you, Vinny? Probably afford a tent in Los Chris. That reminds me. Going over to Tenerife. As most of you know, I'm over in December for a week. I've booked. That's all done and dusted. I was looking at prices. The prices of accommodation have shot up. I was talking to Michael, Edinburgh Honest Guide, briefly last night by text, because I believe he's going over sometime end of November. And I said to him, you know, I'd consider a quick trip because I've got some time off. But the prices of hotels for November are astronomical. You're looking, even for a basic room in likes of Pyramides, a 2-star hotel, just a room only, you're looking at like £100 a night at the end of November. Don't know if something's going on over there, but yeah, I've booked an apartment in December, but yeah, prices, I don't know what you lot are finding. If anyone's planning to go over in November, let me know what you're paying roughly, and what it's for, because I can't find it. Scotsman was saying, Kevin Scotsman in Tenerife, when he was over there week before last, I think it was, wasn't he? You know, he goes from accommodation to accommodation. Even he was having difficulty, and I know he ended up staying in a couple of his hostels on occasion, which I don't really want to do. But yeah, expensive at the minute. End up in hospital. David Butler, November the 5th is exclusively British, not in the south of Ireland for historical reasons, right? Yeah, fair play, I get that, yeah, of course, because it was Houses of Parliament this end, wasn't it? Tony Tabaroo, kids don't knock on my door at Halloween, I'm the local Victor Meldrew. Not a bad reputation to have, Tony. Do you get carol singers? That'd be next, won't it? This time of year when we were kids up north, it was a lucrative time of year because you do trick or treat, then next week, and I don't think kids do this these days, I haven't seen this for years, but we used to make a guy forks out of old clothes and stuff, and we'd go out and do penny for the guy. That was for bonfire night, and then a few weeks after that, once December's underway, then we used to go out door to door carol singing. But I don't think kids do it these days. If I suggested it to Saf, she'd probably throw something at me. Who's on? Let's have a look. If I've missed comments, I do apologise. Got 20 in. Going to stay on until about 9ish tonight, guys. 10 to 9, quarter to 9, something like that. Saf and I are going to shoot out in a bit. London Street Evening, how you doing? Nice to have you on. Thanks for joining in. Hope you're well. Vinny, they go mad over bonfire and lose in Hove. They have bonfire parades, societies and firework competitions. All right, down Brighton way. Never knew that. I was watching on the news last night, which leads me on to the next thing I was going to chat about. We've got Storm Kieran coming. I believe it's going to hit the west coast of Ireland. Is it tonight or early hours, if it hasn't done so already? And then it's going to be at the south coast of England sometime tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. I was looking at our local weather. For those of you who don't know, if you're in the background, I'm based in Bournemouth on the south coast in Dorset, and it's meant to be 80 to 90 mile an hour winds, gusts down here on the south coast with heavy rain. Now, there's going to be issues down here. The reason why you reminded me, Vinny, was because over in Sussex, they've already had floods. Littlehampton over towards Brighton that way, they've had floods and all sorts. And even here in Bournemouth, round the back of where I live, there's a big car park which I can drive through to get out, and then you go down a hill, and then there's a little sort of slip road, and that slip road at the bottom, with all the leaves falling off the trees, have blocked the drains. It's at the bottom of a hill, and this morning when I took Saf to school, we had to drive very slowly through about, it must have been at least 7 or 8 inches of water. It was, you know, coming up towards the bumper of the car, and yeah, and I came home before it had subsided a little bit, but they hadn't unblocked the drain, so it was still really full. Now the issue is, if we're going to get like the predicted amount of rainfall here in Dorset, there's going to be floods all over the place. Sandbanks is quite low lying. Christchurch, where I've done a couple of vlogs, it's all low lying, and yeah, we're going to get hit pretty bad. I'm in the town centre, so we won't get that bad, but round the outside skirts of Bournemouth it will. Right, anyway, who's on? Alan's Homemade Vlogs. Evening, Alan. Just in. How's everyone? Good, I hope. Yeah, all great. Thank you, Alan. Happy Halloween to you. Hope you're well. Hope you've not been working too hard. Oh, Josie and the Pussycats in the house. Evening, Josie. How you doing? Didn't do Halloween, but did do Penny for the Guy and Christmas Carol singing door to door. Paid me to go away. You should take Tony Carroll singing this year, Josie. I've heard him sing. He can sing you a carol. Hark the Herald Angels sing. Hope you're well, Josie. I'm going to see you soon. We'll do a vlog. And there's a lot of flooding in the south of Ireland since last week, and serious damage already to businesses and homes. Yeah, it's a bad do, isn't it? I don't know what sort of news you guys get where you live, but down here we get BBC South and BBC South West. I was watching BBC South West last night. In Devon, a pub collapsed. There's a pub literally collapsed, and they've had to obviously close it down and shut off all the utilities. I don't know if it was struck by lightning or whether it just subsided, but yeah, pub collapsed. And even here, what I'll do, if it's bad, I've got a free-ish day tomorrow and Thursday. If it's bad, I'll drive out and I'll show you sandbanks. We've got, those of you who don't know Bournemouth, we're in the middle, and then to the west is a town called Poole, and to the east is a town called Christchurch. And it's like one big valley, if you know what I mean. And either side, Christchurch Harbour and Poole Harbour, when it's high tide and there's like storm sea and storm swell, it can get pretty hairy. And what I'll do, if it does get bad down there, I'll take a quick drive down, risk me bones, right? Risk me bones, and I'll do some footage and put it up. You know, I won't obviously film people in distress or nothing, but I'll film like the floods and what have you, because it will get hit, and I'll show you the waves. On what day was it? Sunday, I drove down the beach here in Bournemouth town centre, and there was guys out kite surfing, which is, if you've ever seen kite surfing, it's like a little mini surfboard about 5 foot long, and they hold on to like a parachute, and they were going all over the place, and the RNLI were down there trying to get them out of the water. It's crazy. Anyway, we digress. Bruno, I did Penny for the Guy. Graham Souness was going into Kirkland's wine bar with a beautiful blonde and give us a £1 note. What a man. Showing your age there, Bruno, £1 note. Kirkland's wine bar, where was that? Wasn't that? Is that Ormskirk way, if I remember right, Kirkland's, or is that in Liverpool itself? David Butler, a pub in Mayo in West of Ireland collapsed last night. I don't think it was weather related. Guests had to be rescued. Wow. God, it's going on all over the show, isn't it? Bad news, bad do. Well, hope everyone stays safe, and I hope it's not as bad as predicted. But to my mind, like the Kalimas in Tenerife, these like little mini storms are becoming more and more frequent. It's quite worrying, isn't it? And you know, the flooding and all that. But yeah, this one's called Storm Kieran, so for a change, they're naming it after a fella. So hopefully it'll be more organised and it won't cause as much trouble. Controversial. Alan's Homemade Vlogs. Guys out kite surfing today, yeah. A couple of guys on a foil. Cool, they're brave. You wouldn't catch me out there. Do you know what though? If you do go out there and you're in a decent wetsuit, the water's not cold. The water's probably about 12, 13 degrees because it's end of the summer. But with it being storm, sort of down here, with it being stormy and choppy, it's dangerous. That's a problem. You don't know what currents are out there, and it's just too choppy. You know, you've got to know what you're doing. I wouldn't go out there. Vinny used to dress up my younger brother as a guy and drag him round in an old pram. Get put away for that now, Vinny. Used to dress up my younger brother as a guy folks, and drag him round in an old pram. Flipping heck. Right, when we did that, we used to make a guy out of old clothes and stuff it with newspaper or rags or whatever, and then if we had a bonfire, we'd stick him on a bonfire. So hope no one ever mistook your brother for a proper guy, mate. Won't be able to tell tale. David Buller, flooding today both sides of the border. Wow. So Ireland's getting it then, is it? Is it already hit? Has Storm Kieran already hit Ireland then? Sounds like you're getting it already. Bringing snow to the mountains of Scotland in the next couple of days. Skis all waxed at the weekend and binding. So you're going skiing, Alan. You're a braver man than I. Wow. Defo not for me, that. Too cold. I have not got the fair play to you. If you've got local skiing facilities and you're going to go out there at the first call, hat off to you, Alan. Not something I'd be doing. It's too cold that for me. I've never been skiing in my life. I used to go to this pub round the corner. Josie, you'll know it's where they did the play your cards right, goat and tricycle. And the old landlord of the goat and tricycle, Stuart, he was mad on skiing. He used to go to Italy every year with his dad and a couple of his mates, and they were always trying to get me to go, and I was having none of it. He was like saying, oh, if you like your surfing, you'll like skiing. I said, well, I won't, because surfing, it's not as cold, it's not in snow. Can't be doing with snow. Can't be doing with snow. And he used to say to me, in Italy, once you get up on that, you know, off the slopes and into the ski resorts, it's like 20, 22 degrees and you get a suntan. No, I'm sorry, I'm not having any of that. If it's that warm, it wouldn't snow. So I never, nah. Right, Dave, well, a storm not here yet, just heavy rainfall in some local areas. Right, okay, so it's going to be any time now then. I'll say I was watching the weather report. It's meant to hit here sort of late tomorrow afternoon, I think they said, tomorrow evening, well into Thursday. So there we go. Yeah, could be worse. Alan's on vlogs. I have a BASI 2 instructor's qualification. Well, I didn't know that, mate. Nice one. Was in Colorado pre-COVID, having a barbecue at 13,000 feet with his t-shirt on. Each to their own is all I'm going to say. London streets, raining here. Oh, you're in Marbella, mate. Raining in Marbella at the moment. Bring on Tenerife. What's the temperature in Marbella? Is it warm? But it's raining. All right, fair play. Sorry to hear that, but you know, I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. Anne says, fair play, Alan. Couldn't even imagine that. I'm with you, Anne. Couldn't even imagine it. It worst nightmare. But people love it, don't they? People go all the time. Like Alan, you know, people love it. It's not my bag at all. Well, I wouldn't even go out there tonight in the rain to film. I might go skiing up a mountain. There was something else I was going to mention. I've forgotten what it is. It'll come to me in a minute. When I've had a bit more dandelion and burdock, it'll come to me. Something else I was going to talk about. Forgotten what it was. Doesn't matter. Could have been that mind blowing. Oh yeah, that was it. At the weekend, I went to London. Excuse my cough. Went to London at the weekend. Got there Saturday morning. Myself, Saf, and one of Saf's friends. Because Saf attended a Comic Con. If you don't know what a Comic Con is, basically it's like a meetup where people who are interested in things like video games and cartoons and all that sort of stuff. It's like a convention, comic convention, and they have like trade stands, and most of the people who attend them, and when I say most, I mean a good 90% of the people who attend, easily 90%, go in what they call cosplay, or in costume. And so they can go in dressed as certain characters, or they can make a costume up or whatever. If you look at Darren John's vlog, Darren John put a vlog up earlier. I think he's put London Comic Con or Comic Con London. He's filming outside. I've done a couple of vlogs myself earlier in the year. There was one in London we went to and one in Portsmouth. Safi's like sort of quite heavily into the scene. She loves the old costume cosplaying, and a lot of her friends are into it. So we went along on Saturday, and I've actually filmed. I'm going to edit it the next day or two. I've actually filmed inside the Comic Con this time, showing you what goes on inside, which is quite interesting, because I had like all sorts going on in there. It opened my eyes. But afterwards, now this is a bit, regrettably, I didn't get round to filming this bit, but afterwards I met up with the man himself, Darren John, and we had a couple of drinks in one of the hotels down by the docks, because East London, it's the Excel Arena, which is sort of like Canning Town, I think it is, around there, East London, which is obviously Darren's manor, stamping ground. So we met up, first time ever, never met him before. He actually found me first because I was charging my phone and he was filming inside the con itself, and he came up to me and, oh, hello, you there, that sort of thing, you know. So yeah, we went for a beer. We were going to do a vlog. The plan was to meet up and do some sort of vlog. I said to him, do you want to film me eating Cockney jelly deals or whatever? But we got talking, and before we knew it, a couple of hours had passed and Saf had finished the thing. It was like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I had to get back to Bournemouth, obviously to work. So we didn't actually, we got that engrossed in talking about all things Tenerife. He was telling me about his early days in Tenerife. He was telling me about, you know, how he knows Shelley and singing and all that sort of stuff. We were having a proper good chinwag. And I've got to tell you, if you ever get the privilege of meeting Darren in person, he's a cracking fella, absolutely lovely, very intelligent. Honestly, he's got some stories to tell. And yeah, we sat there and we had a good old natter, and we didn't even do a selfie. You know, like we normally do a selfie, look who we met today. We didn't even do that. And yeah, the time just flew by, and we were sat there. I had a couple of pints, he had a gin and tonic, and we must have been sat there a good 2.5 hours, just chatting. He did at one point. It was a hotel on the dock. I think it was an Ibis hotel or something like that. And he had his camera, and he set it up on the bar, pointing at us, and we were going to do like a bit of a chit chat. I don't know if we were going to go live or whether he was just going to do like a little recorded thing. And he set it all up, and the guy behind the bar stopped him, wouldn't let us. He said the hotel wouldn't allow it, so we couldn't film inside the hotel. And we looked outside. The weather was a bit grotty, so then we started talking again and forgot all about it. So do apologise. We didn't actually film anything when we met Saturday, but plans are afoot. We will meet up again at some point soon, and we will do a vlog. We will do something definitely. So if you ever get a chance to meet DJ, he's a top man, absolutely brilliant, and yeah, he's a cracking fella. So really enjoyed it. He's not. I don't think he's in the chat tonight. Just looking. No, don't think he's in the chat. He did mention he goes out with his son during the week, which he was telling me about, and yeah, so he's not in the chat. But if I don't know if Anna or anyone can pop up. Oh yeah, and you've already done it. You're ahead of me, Darren John. If you've not subscribed to him, go and subscribe. He's ex-Tenerife. I'm sure most of you know him, but if there's anyone in the background who doesn't know him, he's ex-entertainer in Tenerife. I think he was over there in the 90s, he was saying, and he still visits the island as often as he can. He calls it his second home, and lives in East London, and his vlogs, he does food reviews, all that, you know, higher end food reviews, and yeah, just a cracking top all-round bloke. And I'm going to try and get him down to Bournemouth. I think that'll be a good one. Get him down to Bournemouth, and we can do some videos. Right, catch up on you. So, do you know what? These comments are flying in. I'm not ignoring anyone. I hope. Rain in Marbella. Yeah, done that one. Raining in Marbella. Tony Bennett, how you doing? How you doing, Tony? Hi, Col. We used to do that. All the neighbours would build a bonfire in the backfield and light our jumping jacks and Catherine wheels, and a few jacket potatoes thrown in the fire. So you bring you back the memories. Jacket potatoes taste different when they're done in a bonfire, don't they? Because you used to wrap them in tin foil and just taste totally different, don't it? That slightly burnt taste. And yeah, Catherine Wheels, cool, I haven't seen one of them for years either. We used to actually have bonfires in our back gardens, all the neighbours, because where I lived in Chester, it was like I say, it's a big housing estate, and the houses were either terraced or semi-detached, so the gardens backed onto each other, and you could see every sort of 4 to 5 houses there'd be a bonfire, and now and again, you know, you'd get a fire brigade patrolling around, putting them out and all that, but no, and then we'd have like one big one somewhere on a recreational ground, but no one really used to go to them. We used to have our own. Good memories, Tony. Don't do it anymore. London Street, it's 15 at the moment, due to be 23 in Marbella tomorrow. Oh, nice. Well, hope the rain stops, mate. Hope the rain stops. Like you say, bring on Tenerife. Vinny, no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. Fair point, yeah. Alan, 2 hours from Glencoe Mountain Resort for moments, so I can do a day, no props. Oh, that's handy for that, mate, yeah. So, do you go by yourself then, Alan, or... Mind you, you're an instructor, so you obviously don't. So, did I stay in a hotel in London? No, I didn't, mate. No, not at all. We got there Saturday lunchtime. We were delayed getting there. The sat-nav from Bournemouth, the sat-nav takes me up the M3 through sort of West London, through Fulham, Hammersmith, that way. And normally it takes me right through the centre of London, past sort of Hyde Park and... you know, that way, and then it takes me into East London, right to the XL. But on Saturday, there was the protests in centre of London regarding the Israel-Palestine situation. There was how many ever thousands of people protesting, so they closed a lot of it off, and in that, it took us right round the houses. We went through South London, and we sort of went over Vauxhall Bridge, and sort of that way through Lambeth. It took us ages to get there. We were delayed by about an hour and a half, and then coming on the evening, I had a gig back here in Bournemouth. I'd work Saturday night after the boxing match. I had a gig which started about 11:30, so I had to get back to Bournemouth. So no, we didn't book a hotel, unfortunately. We're going in May. We're back there in May. There's another one on in May next year, and Saf's on about doing like a weekend, making a weekend of it. So possibly stay in a hotel in May. Homehead Mum, my Halloween costume ended up being cosplay then. Apparently so. Did I get pie and mash? No, we didn't. Do you know what? As I say, we were going to go for. I said to Darren John, I said, you know, let's find a cafe and you could film me going green eating jelly deals and pie and mash. So I've never had that, being a northerner. I've never had it. But one thing or another, time just flew. We got a drink, sat down, started talking, and then before we knew it, it was like early evening, and me and Saf had to jet back. So always next time. Lynn saw last time, she looked fantastic in a costume. Well, yeah, different costume this time. I'm not sure if I got a photo of her this time, because her and her mate ran off as soon as they got out of the car. I had to go and park the car. I don't think I've actually got a picture of her in this costume. I'll ask her. I know she's took some pictures herself. I'll post them up. Very good vlog at Comic Con by Darren. Yeah, no, you spelt it right, Anne. I've only seen it briefly. It popped up on my thing before, and yeah, that where he's walking round, there's like, if you watch it, there's an American school bus, and he walks past a school bus and he's filming some of the people in costumes. It must have been shortly after that he spotted me. I was like by the edge of the fence, and like I said, I was trying to get my phone charged up, and all of a sudden I felt a tap on the shoulder. There in front of me, the man himself, DJ. Cracking fella. Right. I'm sure I've missed some comments here. Bear with me, everybody. I can't see them on the screen because they're overlapping. Right. Did I get pie mash? We've done that, haven't we? Very good, yeah. JBM, evening, Jay. How you doing? Live or not? Yeah, I'm live, mate. I don't look it. I'll do you the close-up. If you've just joined us, good evening, welcome. Coles Place, Halloween. I'm skeletoned up. Tonight, I'm flanked by Percy the Pumpkin. Percy the Plastic Pumpkin. And we've got Emily and Rihanna, the Halloween cows. So we're here in force. Saf's in the bedroom on a chat thing with her mates. I know she's come in the chat. She's fine. Everybody asking about Saf. She's absolutely fine, thank you. She's got physio on Friday. She's in the middle of a mock GCSE exams at the moment, which seems to be going well, all things considered. But yeah, she's doing really well. And tonight's drink of choice, if you've just joined us, there are 30 in the room. Tonight's drink of choice is dandelion and burdock. Bringing back the memories, rolling back the years. Yeah, thank you, Anne. She looked fantastic. Yeah, Saf does her costumes really well. She's very creative. And Ellen, we did meet DJ. Agrees, a top guy. He's a very, very funny bloke. He honestly, core. They broke the mould. I wish he was in the chat. If he comes in the chat, somebody let me know. Simple Mind song, Colours Flying, Catherine Wheel. Oh, I don't know that one, Alan. Vinny, did I live in the posh pit, Blaken? Yes, I did, Vinny. How did you guess? Yeah, hey, Vinny, I'm not from Blaken. Tattooed on my neck, made in Blaken. Right, so don't mess with me. Right, I'll have the lads from the Highfield pub onto you. Yeah, I was born in Countess of Chester Hospital. Same hospital as footballer Michael Owen. And I was brought up, raised on not in Blaken, on Blaken. I was there till I was 15 years old. Then my parents moved to Anglesey for a short time. Yeah, so born and bred in Blaken, Vinny. Blaken lad. Somebody came on alive when I was in Tenerife last year and said they were from Chester. I can't remember where about they said they were from now. They were from Chester. Mad. They said, we recognise your accent. Tony Bennett. Cole, when we stay in your pub, can you make... Don't tell people I've got a pub, Tony. Can you make sure we get the VIP suite? Hopefully no bed bugs have booked in. Yeah, I'll put a word in, mate. It's a pity you didn't tell me you were booking it up. I'd have got your staff discount. But yeah, if you're staying in a hot, mate, I'll see the gaffer and tell him to give you a decent room. And I'll try and get you breakfast in bed. I'll bring it up for you. How's that sound? For those of you who don't know, Tony, Bennett and Josie, they're coming down. They came down to Bournemouth in the summer a couple of times. We had a bit of a laugh, bit of a night out. We did a bit of karaoke. They come to basically 3 of me gigs. They came to a karaoke night the first visit, and then the second visit I was doing like a TV game show night, play your cards, right? They came to that, and then straight after I was DJing in a late bar, and they came round that late bar round the corner as well, and I think that went until about 3 in the morning. I think this time, Tony, you're coming on the 11th. I'm doing the game show, then that's it. I don't think I'm DJing after on the 11th. So I'll be able to actually join you for a drink if you can talk yourselves into staying out, which I'm sure you probably will. So we'll have some fun. But yeah, looking for you. So Tony and Josie are coming down, all being well. Not this weekend, the weekend after. So we'll do a live on the Saturday probably, if it doesn't pour down on us. And I'll do some filming on the Saturday night as well. I'll film the game show night and get that up, and we'll put Tony and Josie in it. We love Tony and Josie. Prash, super Prash, how you doing? Hope you're well, hope your mum's well. Prash says, good evening and a happy Halloween. I'm eating spicy Balti peanuts, whoa. And an ice cold beer as cold as my ex-girlfriend's heart. And enjoying watching Coles Place. What better way to spend Halloween is there? Balti peanuts, ice cold beer that's as cold as your ex-missus's heart. And watching me rabbit on. Crash, good evening. I've got the skeleton outfit on. My heart's there, mate. You know where that is. Dandelion and burdock. All good. It's pouring down in Bournemouth. I was going to go out and go down Frankenstein's grave, but it's chucking it down, mate. You know what I mean? As much as I love you all and I'd love to show you, right? Don't want to go out tonight. What I'll do, next time I'm doing a walk in Bournemouth in the daytime, I'll go and show you it in the daytime. It's the grave of the Shelley family, who were the creators of Frankenstein. That's where everybody will be tonight, dressed as witches, and they'll be getting wet. Thank you, Anne. That's Prash's channel. If you haven't subscribed to Prash, Prash is a frequent Tenerife visitor. Stays in Los Cris. Normally goes with his mum and does little tours around. And the other guy who was on earlier, JBM, he doesn't do Tenerife. He does literally every town and city in the UK, some that you'd never even heard of. So go and subscribe to them. Mark LFC, hey Cole, great mask. Cheers, Mark, love you too. It's not a mask, right? Look, check this out. I forgot to show you. It's a hoodie. Is that an improvement or not? I bought this for when I'm DJing because it's not showing now because I've got a big light on here, but it's glow in the dark. The bones glow in the dark under ultraviolet light. So when I'm DJing, all you can see, if I'm jigging behind the decks, all you can see is like the bones jigging behind the decks and my pearly whites. Who else? Stuart, evening Stuart. Stuart Donald is in. Sorry you're late. Loads of kids at the door. Nice one, mate. Trick or treat. Thanks for joining us, Stuart. Hope you're well. Marie Alty. Hello, Colin, everyone. Evening, Marie. How are you? Happy Halloween. Nice to join us. And Tim. Oh, speaking of Halloween, here he is. Tim himself. Boo. Evening, Tim. How you doing? Thanks for joining in, mate. Tim's not out doing trick or treat tonight. Tim, listen, I'm getting the double layered comments on the screen. I don't know how long you've been watching, Tim, but the problem you're having getting the double comments on the screen you're looking into, I'm getting it as well, and it's so frustrating. Yeah, pain in the backside. It didn't happen on my it happened last week on my live when I was at Disney in the evening, and then when I was here Thursday night doing a live, it didn't happen. And then tonight it's come back, so I don't know what's going on, mate. Everyone's saying hi to Prash, everyone's saying hi to Tim. I saw Andrew's, somebody said Andrew was getting it on his live. I think I don't know if he's still doing a live or he was doing a live earlier and it was happening to him, so it's got to be a YouTube thing, can't it? Hey, can't just be, all three of us randomly wouldn't have the same problem. It must be a YouTube glitch. So at least we know it's not something we've all pressed or haven't pressed. Tim saying hello to everyone who said hello. Nice one. There we go, 27 in. Don't forget, thumbs up, stay on for another 5 minutes. So just let you know, plans. I've got to catch up on the old vlogs. Tim will shout at me now, but I've got about 5 vlogs to edit. Got a couple of Disney ones. I've got some GoPro footage that I shouldn't have of the rides at Disney because you're not really allowed to take a GoPro on, but I snuck one on, so I'm going to get that up in hopefully in the next day or two. It's almost done. I've got a couple of other Disney ones as well. I've got like a Disney info sort of related vlog which is quite sort of specific, and then I've got the London one for Comic Con last week. And then I've got one that I've started filming today, but I might hold that back because, again, without giving too much away, I did something Tenerife related today. What I've done today might actually surface in the next day or two elsewhere, right? But if it does, not a problem. But yeah, and you're either going to like it or you're not. I hope you like it, and it'll be funny. And it's about doing something that made other people quite happy, and it's made me happy as well. So I really enjoyed doing that vlog today, and I've got to complete it, and I might not be able to. Here's another clue: I might not be able to complete the vlog until my next visit in Tenerife. I'm in two minds whether to do it. I know I'm being very cryptic, and I've probably got you all thinking, what's he up to? But just go with it with me, and all will be revealed in due course. So there are my vlogs. This weekend, what we're doing this weekend, I haven't got a clue. Working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday I've got a presentation night over in Poole. Then the weekend after, Tony and Josie are down the weekend after, so we'll be doing some filming there. If we do get Storm Kieran, or whatever it's going to be called, I'll do some filming of that. And then that leads me on to the week after when I've got some time off and looking at possibly going away somewhere. So hold on to your hats, loads to come. Apologies if I've missed comments because I am reading them off this. Happy Halloween, Marie. Lynn says hi to Tim. Plenty of issues with YouTube at the moment. This is the only issue I've had, and it's the first time tonight, Marie, to be fair. It's been behaving. Yeah, I've had no problems with YouTube at all. Hit the thumbs up. Prash, Colt, 12th of November, me and Mum Super doing new content 12th of November with same day uploads and even my first live, but won't say where till the 12th. Oh, nice one, Prash. Good luck. Good luck with your first live, mate. I tell you what, with lives, right? My first one, Tim will vouch for this. My first one was in St. Patrick's Day, not last year before, 2022. I was live in Tenerife on St. Patrick's Day. And to be honest with you, the content was fine, but I did it portrait. I couldn't work out how to get it landscape, and I made a right dog's ear of it. The content was fine. I was walking around showing people the pubs and all that, but you know, the production of it was a total dog's rear, and I was nervous as anything. I only had about 400 or 500 subscribers at the time. Tim was watching, everybody was shouting at me, turn your phone round, but I couldn't see the comments because the sun was there and everything. And then I did a couple after that, and nervous as anything, Prash, right? But I'm sure if Tim's still in, he'll back me up on this. Just take your time on it, chill out, and just treat it. I try and treat it as a normal vlog. I think we're lucky these days. We don't seem to get, touch wood, we don't seem to get as many trolls coming in, making stupid comments and cloning accounts. But there's always somebody, as you've seen, Prash, there's people here who are more than happy to moderate and keep out the riffraff. If you need a hand with that, give me a shout. But I don't think you'll have too many problems, right? You're quite nifty on the old tech, so you should be all right. But good luck. Good luck and love to your mum. If anyone hasn't seen Prash's channel, by the way, I'm reading comments and thinking at the same time. If anyone hasn't seen Prash's channel, go and have a look at the curries his mum makes. Oh my word. Trisha Slater, evening Trish. Hi Colin Safi, sorry I deserted you tonight. You didn't desert us, Trisha. Not at all. Nice to have you on, hope you're well. Saf! Saf! Sorry Trisha, I was going to shout Saf and let her know you're on, but she's on, I think she's on a call with her headphones in. Hang on, I'll let her know. Trisha's in chat. There we go. My daughter Safi is Trisha Slater's #1 fan. Right, if there's one person who's going to get her to Tenerife to meet up at any point, right, it's going to be Trisha Slater. Sorry Tim, not you, not Matt Master, not Rick and Shelley or anyone. It's going to be Trisha Slater. Everyone's saying to Trisha, Tim, I just got my pension and so I ordered a DJI Pocket 3 Creator Kit. Nice one, Tim. As if you haven't got enough equipment. DJI Pocket 3. Somebody else told me, I think it might have been Darren John, said he was ordering something like that. I can't remember what he said he was ordering now. I'm sure he said he was getting one of them. Or someone else has told me they're getting one of them. I'll have to have a look at it. Comments. Oh God, they're flying in. I'm so behind. I do apologise, everyone. Vinny, Tim, fantastic. Have you paid your bar bill in the Monte Cristo yet? No, that's what Webby's for. Hey, Tim doesn't have a bar bill in the Monte Cristo. Got Webby to do that. David Buller, Ireland's women's football team just got promoted after beating Albania this evening. Whoa, okay. Tim says it's the best one yet. No improvement, you don't need it. Trish is the biz. One for each other. Oh, we go. Saf's in now. There you go. Hello. There you go. Saf's in. She's making a quick appearance. She's in the bathroom now, I think. Trish, you'll have to work on getting Saf to Tenerife. If you want one, buy it here. They tax-free, are they, Tim? I'm assuming they're tax-free. Even in Tim, thought you'd mention. I thought you would have. I mentioned it Friday when you told whether you'd bought new gear. Splashing out, Tim. New laptop, new cameras. It's how the rich and retired roll. Keeping up the latest fads and trends. Us hard-working, working class people like me and Vinny, we just have to make do with our phones and hope for the best. Isn't that right, Vinny? Tim, if you're still on, do you remember this? Dandelion and burdock. Rolling back the years tonight, mate. Dandelion and burdock, very nice it is too. Now I've had nearly the full bottle, it is getting a bit sickly to be fair, but it's really nice. I can't describe the taste, it's like a sort of blackcurranty type licorice type cola. Yeah, dry November. Tricia says hi to Saf, hope things are well. Saf saying hello to everyone. Yeah, great, how are you? 7% VAT, oh of course it is, yeah. 7% VAT. What are we on over here? It's 20% in the UK, so that'll be considerably cheaper, won't it? Depending on how much it is. Right, 9:05. Staff still say hello to everyone. Prash, Colin, me and Mum Soup will give you spicy balti peanuts and some other Indian snacks. Look forward to it, Prash. Yeah, definitely. Got to meet up, Prash. Vinny, have it with a wagon wheel. I tell you what I saw the other day, funnily enough, I think it was in the Asda, Jacob's Club. I didn't know you could still get them. They had mint and original. Yeah, Jacob's Club. I thought they were bygone from the 70s and 80s. I thought they'd done away with them years ago. Well, no, repeating on me. Jacob's Club. Who remembers them? Jacob's Club. Wagon wheels. You can still get wagon wheels, but they're about that big now. I told Saf, right, when I were a lad, a wagon wheel was like a proper wagon wheel size, right? You hold it like you do a big burger. But now they're about, well, they're not much bigger than a 50p piece. You know what I mean? Tim, MacMaster uses a phone, 133,000 subs. Kevin uses a phone, 50,000 subs. Tim has everything, 8k and dropping. Yeah, there's I suppose there's that, Tim, but you know, it's not about the subscribers, it's about the quality of your content and the people who watch. So don't worry about it. Saf, okay, thank you. Do you get COLS in March? If so, I'll meet you in Tenerife for a smoothie. If he lets me have time off school, I'll consider it. Let's see how your GCSE revision goes, Saf, okay? If your GCSE revision's going good and you're looking to get the decent grades next May, then we might consider a quick brain break in March. And that's if you're if I don't have to lace you with pills to get on the plane. You just follow Trish around all week for St. Patrick's. Go and see Tony Christie, Amarillo. Dandelion and burdock, my favourite next to cream soda. Yeah, this is really nice, Tim. Tim, can you get this in Tenerife? If you can't get it, let me know, right? And I'll bring you some over next time I'm over in December. If you like a lot of chocolate, join our club. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, if you like a lot of chocolate, yeah, biscuit. That was it. Mr. Dowdy, look at it. It's not the number that's right. Yeah, it isn't. Trish's work on him. Right, I'm flying through the comments here because we've got to shoot in a minute. Right, everyone. Ali Bennett, evening, Ali. Happy Halloween. Nice as you join in. Don't worry about being late. We haven't finished yet, so you're never late. Nice as you join in. What you been doing for Halloween? Trick or treating? Alan Elton, Saf will love you. You will love to. We'll all be there in March, Patricia. Hope you're tempted. She's actually been, Anne. Saf's been to Tenerife. It was about, her last trip was 2016 with me and her mum, when me and her mum were still together. And before that, she's been about 3 or 4 times when she was obviously a bit younger. So she does know what it's like, and she does actually like Tenerife. You know, she loves the beaches, the shopping. She loves the scene. It's purely the flying that puts her off. But she really does like Tenerife. So much so, she was saying the other day, you know, let's make plans next year or year after when she's done her studies to maybe do like a road trip, and, you know, we were planning that sort of thing. But yeah, let's try and tempt her for next March. Josie, going to bed now. Colin, good night. Tim, big hug to you and Christine. Thanks for joining, Josie. Look forward to seeing you again next week. We'll have some fun. Hopefully I'll do a live next week before then, but if not, I'll catch you a weekend after, and we'll have a bit of laugh and maybe a couple of shandies. Tony, have you tried the extra strong mints? They melt in your mouth in 5 seconds. It's like eating a Rene, not like they used to be. I haven't had an extra strong mint for years, mate. Cool. Tree Boar extra, can you still get them? Do you know you get them? Yeah, so night, Josie. Also Josie and everyone else. Col, have you got the names together for tickets yet? I haven't, Trisha. I was speaking to, she's not in the chat tonight, Lynn G, who's going to be there next March as well. She's not in the chat tonight because it's her son's birthday, 21st birthday, and he's going away to Amsterdam in the next few days. So she's at a party tonight. But I said to Lynn, because she's got like the ticket seating plan and all that. So in the next week or so, we'll get that sorted. I'll put a thing up. I'll put a community thing up. If you're going to Tenerife next year, do you want to go and see Tony Christie? And we'll get the names together, and then we'll get it sorted. No problem. Cheers, Tony. Thanks for joining in, Tony. See you in a week on Saturday, bro, and we'll have a couple of sherbets. Tim, you are one of the best, and you have a great channel. Absolutely, Tim is the original and the best. What I haven't learnt off Tim in terms of YouTube, in production, in tech, in everything, what he hasn't taught me, you can write on the back of a stamp. Between him and Rick, Scotsman, you know, and probably a few others who have not mentioned, you know, I wouldn't be doing this, so you can't fault Tim whatsoever. Tim, where should I go live in the morning? I'll leave that to everybody else. I'll be watching in the morning, Tim. Anywhere where there's not a storm, Tim, because Britain, if you haven't heard on the news, Tim, UK is about to be battered by Storm Kieran. They're forecasting, we've already had floods, we've had heavy rain on and off for the past week in various parts of the country. The south coast is flooded already, and we've got Storm Kieran. They're predicting 80 to 90 mile an hour gusts, and I think it's something like, I don't know, 10 inches of rain in parts. So anywhere where it's not stormy and wet, Tim, show us some sunshine. Everyone says to Ali. Yeah, Keith, all things Tenerife. Let me know for Tony and Marge. Definitely Keith. 100%. I think, I'm not sure the ticket prices. I'll tell you what it is. There's Tony Christie, and there's the local guy who does like Frank Sinatra type songs, Frankie Mac. I'm sure a few have already probably seen him. He does the Calypso Bar. He's good friends with Rick and Shelley, I believe. He does like swing and all that sort of stuff. He's supporting Tony Christie, and I think the venue is the sort of area behind the Hard Rock Cafe. I'm not sure 100% where it is. It's in Las Americas anyway, somewhere. And yeah, and I think it's about 25, 30 euro a ticket. I'll look into it properly, because it's all it is with Lynn G, who's friends with Frankie Mac. We've just had like fleeting conversations about it, and she's there next March for St. Patrick's, as are a few of us. And it'd be a nice get together, won't it? Be a St. Patrick's Day. It's the night before St. Patrick's. It's Saturday the 16th of March. So it'll be a St. Patrick's night warm up. And we'll all go down Veronica's after. 9:53 on the barometer. Ooh. Cheers all, keep the faith, Tim. Thanks for your likes, calling support. Got no footage, right? Nice one. Cheers, Alan. If anyone watching in the background, there's still 25 on. Anyone in the background who hasn't already done so, go and subscribe. Alan's Homemade Vlogs. Nice one, Alan. Your channel's growing beautifully. Lynn got home last night at 11 o'clock. Yeah, Lynn's home safe. Had a lovely holiday. What has a hazelnut in every bite? Squirrel poo. I think that was the old joke, wasn't it, in the school playground? Right, 9:15. Right, listen everyone, if you don't mind, I'm going to fly. Me and Saf have got a couple of things to do before we hit the sack. She's got school tomorrow and we need to nip out quickly. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Really do appreciate it on Halloween evening. I was going to go out, but the weather's awful here. To walk around the gimbal. It would have been enjoyable and I'd probably got no signal. So apologies for that. But hope it's capped off your Halloween night. Have a great weekend. I've got loads of vlogs coming, like I said earlier. Quick recap, I've got about 4 or 5 to finish editing and putting up. I've got a Tenerife related one that I've filmed here today, or some of it. When you see what I've done, you're going to go nuts. You're either going to shout at me or you're going to laugh at me, right? Either or, I don't mind. One makes one's decisions and one sticks by them. That's all I'm saying. So look out for that. You'll probably get some clues over the next few days from a certain other Tenerife-based vlogger. So look out for that. In fact, the Tenerife-based vlogger, I know for a fact they're going to put something up and you'll know what I've done. Sorry to be cryptic, and I'm itching to tell you all what I've done, but I can't. I've been told not to. So yeah, more vlogs coming up, and Tony and Josie come the week after, so looking forward to that as well. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks to people moderating and Anne and Nat sticking up the links, and have a great week. Take care, everybody in the UK, right? Batten down the hatches, stay warm and dry. Don't go out if you don't have to. That's the weather warning for some regions. And everybody who's abroad, Tim, London Street, who's on holiday, have a great time and enjoy the sunshine that we haven't got here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Really appreciate it. Hit a thumbs up. That number, Tim, 3459. I'm on 3,490. So if you're in the background, subscribe as well. Get me to 3,500. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Watch everyone else's content as well. We couldn't do it without you. And I'll see you towards the weekend. Thanks again. Take care.